The other product I want to talk about is the Companion Volume Implementation Guide. It's quite a mouthful, but it is the aspect of the training package which is not endorsed, but it's a mandatory product. Each training package must have an implementation guide. The implementation guide has to be available and on the ISC's website at the time of endorsement. It's not something that will get produced down the track sometime after endorsement. It actually has to be available at the same time. Now, this is a non-endorsed product, so it can't be regulated against, but it does provide some useful advice for RTOs in relation to implementation. There is a template that developers have to follow to create this implementation guide. The template has two mandatory fields, one just called Overview Implementation, which is really, tell us about your training package. So there's a list of all of the qualifications in the training package, a list of all the units, mapping information, including the relationship between new units and old ones, between new qualifications and old qualifications. There are lists of imported units and prerequisite units in the training package. So it's a good source of quick information to find out about the training package as a whole rather than individual components of it, like a particular qualification or unit of competency. There's also information about licensing implications and information in the sector. We have a whole lot of implementation information around things like occupational outcomes of qualifications, pathways advice into, across, between qualifications, access and equity, more detail about foundation skills, which, as you know, is a field in the unit of competency, but this will explain more about the ISC's approach to foundation skills and what other information might be useful in relation to that. The ISC is also required to provide resources and equipment lists relevant to the training package. This will be particularly important in relation to assessment. Legal considerations around work placements, where they apply, or other information around the implementation of the training package. They are also required to have links in this companion volume, and they may be to other companion volumes. As I said, there is a requirement for one implementation guide for each training package, but over time the Industry Skills Council may develop other companion volumes, and they're likely to be around things like learning strategies, assessment strategies, a knowledge guide. Some developers will produce multiple companion volumes, others won't produce any other than the mandatory one. How that happens, we'll need to wait and see, and it'll be different from place to place and probably depend on the availability of resources and other aspects that are particularly important in particular industries. So some industries may put greater emphasis on pathways between qualifications, others might want more information about licensing and regulatory arrangements within their training packages. So it's a pretty open field, these companion volumes. They are new, they will be on the ISC's websites, but you'll be able to find them. You find any unit in the training package, it must contain a link to that companion volume implementation guide.